Hi, welcome to Classic Car Cave. So, although this is not about cars, this is a little project I have to do for this gypsy caravan or gypsy wagon we're making. Because we've made the roof out of ply, it's obviously got a taper to it, and there is an overhang on each side of the caravan from the main structure of the body, if you like. And what we need to do is put some brackets in to hold some side stripping up. Now the reason we're doing this is we're using a rubber membrane for the roof, so it's completely waterproof. Now that means obviously we don't want to puncture it in any way, we don't want to put any screws through it or anything. We want it to be a complete rubber membrane so that the water stays off the ply. And the idea or the technique I've come up with is I'm going to make 8 brackets. Now I'm going to make the brackets and make them into like a scroll work. So obviously I can't buy these brackets off the shelf because of the angle of the roof and the angle of the side of the caravan, because it's on 5 degrees, and then the angle of the roof coming out from that. So I need to make them one off. So what I've done is I've used a piece of woodwork tool, which is basically an angle, and you can actually use it with a butterfly clamp and get the angle you need. And obviously I need 8 of these. So what I've done is I've actually pre-done 8 of each. So these are the bars that will be the uprights, and they're quite nice because when they've been made, they've been rolled, so they've got quite a nice edge to them. I don't know if you can see that very well. I can show you later when I show you the other pieces. So that's going to be the upright, and I've pre-drilled them all because I know exactly where they're going to go. And then these will be the angles that are welded on top like this. So you can see that that's the angle it's got to be at. And the reason this is straight like this is on here will be a board that goes along the side of the roof of the caravan, but doesn't have to be screwed to it. It will be attached to this and the other 3 fixings, so there'll be 4 fixings, and this will have this kind of gypsy edging on it, which we will pre-do. So this is the reasoning behind it. Now obviously just to do that is fine, but it would be much nicer to have some scroll work to go in between that. So what I'm going to show you in this video is just a basic way of making brackets. There could be brackets for a shelf, could be anything. Obviously it would depend on the thickness of the material, and obviously if it's very, very thick, you're going to need to use more force and more strength, possibly even to heat it. But with the stuff that I'm using, it doesn't need to be heated, and a very basic die, for want of a better word, can be used to make the scroll. So I'm going to show you how I do that, and hopefully you'll enjoy the video. Okay, so this is how the bracket's going to look. As I said, it has to be at this angle here. So I've used this angle check to get the right angle that we need, and obviously I have to weld all this in place. And what I'm going to try and do is get it so that this is in between the 2 holes. So I've got one here that's already so I'll take that one out and show you. So if I take that out, these are all been made exactly the same, and you can see that I have to get this right in line so the 2 holes there can be drilled, and then there's one here and one here to go onto the caravan itself, and then these will just be tack welded in place. They're not over fancy. Basically all I've done is taken a strip, put a kind of arrowhead in the top, and then used a piece of pipe. It's a bit of a mess here, but I'll show you how I do it. And what I did was made a piece of pipe. You can see now that's getting a bit of a mess, but I'll clean that back up, and just bent it around this. Very, very easy to do, and again it has to be obviously a certain thickness of steel. So I'll show you how I do it, and what the finished result looks like. So this is how the bracket should look when it's on from the front. And once they're painted up, obviously in a different colour from the main caravan itself, I think they'll look quite nice. Very basic scroll, but it'll do the job, and it'll hold that roof in place as well at the same time. Okay, so I'm wearing a flannel because it's extremely hot in here. It's about 36 degrees. So all I've got is an old piece of pipe. I've cut a little slit in it, big enough to take the bar. So what I do is I make the bar, it's 50 centimeters long. You obviously make it to whatever you need. And I've shaped it and cleaned it. And basically, to get the curls on it, just pick whatever diameter pipe you want to do, whatever size curls you want. And you can basically use a bar, you put it into the slot, decide where you're going to have it, and then you can start twisting to where you want it. So I'm going to put this about here. I'm also going to pull it round a little bit as well. And I can put the bar in and just bend it round as far as I want to go. And then what I can do is, it's going to bend, obviously it's going to bend at a bit of an angle. So I'm just pushing against that. Okay, and what I can do now is just pull it in and get it tight to the bend and then pop it out. And that gives you your curl. And you can straighten that up. And then what you can do with that is you can actually pull that curl in and out as much as you want to get the right radius on it. So now I want to put it back. And just pull it out until I get the right curve I actually want. I want actually a bit tighter than that because it's quite small. Even something like that, which will stop it. Okay, so I can pull it and tighten it as much as I actually want to. And also you've got to allow for the spring as well. Now I want more on that, so I'm going to bend that over, get it in there. Which I want. Now I can pull that out a little bit. Okay, there you go. Now I want to do the other end. So now obviously I want to do it this way around. I'll do the same thing again. I can start by bending it a little bit at a time. And even if I want to get it tight, I can pull it across, wedge it, pull it across. And then just basically push. Put it back up. You might have to fiddle with this a little bit. Get the shape exactly how you want it. But there's really not much more to it than that. You can see, there you go, there's another one made up. So they're very basic, but they'll do the job. That's got to come down at a slight angle. That's the basic concept. And here is one that's finished, painted up. Just got to paint the back, don't know. To paint the back end of it. But you can see how it's going to look. It'll be quite nice, I think, when it's done. So that's it. I'll show you them once they're on the caravan in the next video as we get to, I don't know, part 8 I think we're at. And we'll show you when it's on and hopefully paint it up as well. On that note, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby and enjoy the weather. It's not going to last that long. Bye for now.